Hello my fellow Christian fiction lovers, welcome to another video. I don't know if you can see Dolce. There's a little table like right here, you can kind of see the ledge of it, and she's laying on it. Oh, my silly puppy. Do people love you? Everybody loves you. Okay, we're doing a new TBR video, and I'm going to be attempting to read 5 books in 5 days. Do I think I'll be able to read 5 books in 5 days? No, but I'm going to try and change that mindset, because if you think you can't do something, then you won't be able to do it. So I'm going to pick 5 shorter books off of my TBR and attempt to read them. I am starting this on a Wednesday, so like I don't know if I'll be able to like do it chronologically 5 days, but we're gonna try. We're gonna do whatever happens, you know? So, let's see. I'm going to pick out the 5 videos in, or 5 videos. I'm going to pick out the 5 books in this clip. So, first up, I really want to read Persuasion by Jane Austen. Do I think it is a good idea to read a classic in a day? No, I do not, but I'm going to try to do it anyway. Maybe I'll try and read this book here. This is From a Paris Balcony by Carey. I got this at a thrift shop and I literally don't know what it's about anymore. We'll try it. If not, I might substitute it for something else if I don't like it. Oh, I know I want to reread actually this book, Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens, because the movie is coming out very soon and I want to be reacquainted with the book before I go see the movie. Okay, I think I'm going to try All That Is Secret by Patricia Raybon. This is a book about, it's like a mystery, and the main character is an African-American woman. I remember getting this because I don't read enough books with characters of color. So, and plus also the like plot does intrigue me, and I haven't read a mystery in a minute. Okay, I think I'm also going to throw a nonfiction here as the final book. This is The Powerful Purpose of Introverts by Holley Girth. My mother read this over a year ago. And you guys might not believe this because like I talk so much, but I am an introvert. And I mean, introversion and extroversion don't really have to do with talking. But like I'm not a shy person, so most people think that I'm an extrovert because like I love people and I love talking to people. Like I literally talk to a camera like twice a week for fun. But I actually am an introvert. So she thought that I could enjoy reading this book. And it's pretty short. You can kind of see it's short, and I'm going to hopefully read it in a day. It's not that long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the 5 books that I'm going to attempt to read in the next 5 days. You know, maybe it won't quite work in 5 days, but however it works, it'll work. So, today, what should I start with? Today I'm going to try and read Persuasion, because I'm in a really good mood, and you have to be in a good mood to read a classic because of how lofty they can get at times. But anyway, that's what I'm gonna do, and I'll catch you up once I have finished it. Day 1 complete, book 1 done. That was actually way easier than I thought it would be. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be spending the entire day reading, like probably I'm not gonna be doing anything else, but it wasn't like that. I actually like took breaks and did other stuff and didn't spend the entire day reading. I did spend most of the day reading, but yeah, I'm so glad that I can now say I have read all of Jane Austen's books. I did like Persuasion. I don't want to rank it. Okay, so now that I've read all of Jane Austen's books, I do kind of want to do like a video of like talking about my thoughts on all of them, because I kind of have read almost all of them within the last year and a half, so they're fresher in my brain. But so yeah, we're gonna save more thoughts for that video, but I did like the story. I just love getting immersed in a Jane Austen novel. It's just very like wholesome, and she just has this way and this world that she wrote, and I love it. I love it so much. I'd say it's a 5-star read. I mean, it's not my most favorite Jane Austen novel, but it's a 5-star read. So there we go, book 1 done. I'm very proud of myself. I don't know which book I'm going to read tomorrow. I'm going to pick that tomorrow, see how I'm feeling, how I'm doing, how much time I think I'll have, and yeah, I'll probably, I don't know when I'm going to talk to you next, but I'll talk to you again later. But I did it. I did day 1 and I'm feeling great. It is the end of day 2. I've been reading for a significantly large portion of the day. Today I tackled All That Is Secret by Patricia Raybon, and to be honest, I found it a little harder than yesterday to keep going, especially I was like almost done with the book. I only had like 100 pages left and I was just dragging my feet and I didn't want to read it. So I just, you know, took a break, did some other things, and then just finished it like 10 minutes ago. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a full video review of this book, which probably will come out before this video. I don't know. We'll see. But overall, it wasn't my favorite. Yeah, I have a lot of thoughts and I'm still, you know, kind of thinking about it because I did just finish it. Overall, second time I said that, but overall I think it was good to read a book from a Black woman's perspective written by a Black woman. So I would probably give this book 3 stars. Yeah, 3 stars. It's just an average read. I'm also not a big mystery girl, but yeah, not a bad read, but not like the best thing ever. So yeah, I'm gonna formulate more thoughts and definitely do a full review now that I've been talking about it. Definitely want to get that out there. So I'm tired, I'm rambling, my eyeballs kind of hurt. I'll pick my next book tomorrow and talk to you then. Day 3 is almost over. I have read about half of this book, From a Paris Balcony. This was kind of my, not wild card book, but like the book that I just wasn't sure about. I literally picked this book up at a thrift store a year ago. I didn't even remember what it was about, and now I'm halfway through it, and I won't say I'm thoroughly enjoying it, but it's enough to keep me reading. I'm probably going to read a couple more chapters of it tonight, but I'm not going to finish it tonight because I'm just like really tired and I have a couple other things I want to do. But I think tomorrow I am going to finish it, and then I'm going to read the really short nonfiction book. The goal for this was just to read 5 books in 5 days, not 1 book every single day, if that makes sense. So I don't know, I might be contradicting what I said in the beginning of the video. Also, I want to take this clip to inform you guys of why I'm doing this. And the reason I'm doing this is because I'm bored. That is the pure reason for this. There is no like goal to read more or like, you know, forcefully submitting myself to a challenge or whatever. No, I'm bored because I quit my job and I have nothing else to do because I don't move into college for like another month and a half. So I'm really bored and I just needed something to do before I like do other things this summer that will take up my time. I don't know. I just kind of wanted to explain. But that's where I am on day 3. I'll see you tomorrow after I've done quite a bit more reading. Okay, we are halfway through day 4. Yes, it's day 4. Okay, and I did finish From a Paris Balcony this morning, and surprisingly I did really like this book, like more than I thought I would. I guess I say surprisingly just because so often I've picked up books from thrift stores that are just like not really good, or you know, I just have zero expectations for them, so I kind of expect them, well, I guess my expectations are like worse, you know? If a book is like randomly selected like this one was, then I'm kind of just like whatever, versus a book that's been like talked up more. Anyway, we're not gonna get into all of that right now. I liked it. I gave it 4 stars. I don't know if I'll go into more depth about it. It's not a Christian fiction book, but it was fairly clean, so maybe look into it if you want to. But I'm going to move on today and read The Powerful Purpose of Introverts by Holley Girth. It's only like 170 pages. I really don't think it'll be that hard. I'm just going to try and get through it this afternoon and this evening, and then let you know my thoughts, and then that'll be the end of day 4 and I'll have read 4 books, and tomorrow I'll read another one. I could not think where I was going with that for a second. Anyway, that's that. I will see you later. Alright, I'm not gonna lie, it's been a couple of days since the last clip, but I did complete the challenge, if that makes sense. So I started and finished this book, The Powerful Purpose of Introverts, on day 4. So I did do that. And I liked it. I didn't love it, to be honest. I feel like it was geared toward introverts who haven't fully embraced their introversion and are still learning how to present themselves as introverts and let it aid them in their like self-expression, I guess. Whereas like a lot of the things she was encouraging in this book, I've kind of already figured out, if that makes sense. I've definitely grown into my introversion, and I would say I'm less introverted than I used to be, but I definitely understand myself and how my brain works way better than I did just even a year ago. So I kind of like got to where she wants the reader to be without actually reading the book, if that makes sense. But it is a good book, and I'm glad my mom did recommend it to me. When she originally recommended it to me, it would have been like super useful, and if I ever find myself like disliking my introversion, it's definitely a book I would want to pick up and read snippets of to remind myself like it's actually a gift and a powerful tool if utilized properly. So those are my thoughts, and if you struggle with your introversion, please read this book and like do some self-analyzation. Being an introvert is a very great thing. So basically what happened is I had 2 days after day 4 that were just extremely busy for me. Like on Sunday I went to church, and then I spent like the entire afternoon out with friends. I did not have time to read an entire book. And then the day after that I was just not really in the mood to read, I guess. So I did not read anything on that Sunday and Monday, but yesterday, which was a Tuesday, I did read all of Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. This was my second time reading this book, and I think that helped. It made me get through it super quickly because I forgot that the beginning is kind of a drudge to get through. We have to understand where she came from and like how her entire family deserted her to get to eventually what happens. I am going to do a Christian review of this book. I think I sat down and filmed one the first time I read it, but I don't think I ever posted it. I'm like fairly positive that the only thoughts I have on this book are mixed in other videos. So I think I'm gonna do a video dedicated to it because it's a good book, but like for a Christian reader there might be some, I don't know, some setbacks or whatever, and I kind of just want to talk about it because when I did that with The Silent Patient, it went over really well. So expect that in the next few days. But that was day 5, and I did do it, and honestly, I wouldn't recommend it unless you're super bored to read an entire book in a day. I would not recommend that activity. It was fun, but like I probably will read an entire book in a day again, but I don't think I'm going to set out to read 5 in 5 days because I didn't necessarily do it like chronologically. You know, I took that break, which really helped, and I'm glad I did it. So those are my thoughts. Let me know if you have ever done something like this, if you would want to do something like this. It was fun, and I love TBR challenges, but I did it because I was bored, and I'm glad I did, but probably the next TBR challenge will be a little different and not so rushed. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, don't forget to give it a like, and if you want to see more content like this, go ahead and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Until then, bye!